How's everybody doing? So, I did this once, like 2 years ago, and I'm doing it again. So, still potentially never see YouTube as the other video hasn't. But as then, excuse me, as then, um, I just felt like I should do this. So here I am. Hi, how you doing? I don't know why I want to do this. I just feel the need to. Here I am. There you are, if you're there. Hello, YouTube again, if this goes up. I've been trying a podcast thing for a little bit, and I don't know where that's going either. But the world is in a crazy shift. There's some real-ish going on out there. And I just feel like people need help. And for full transparency, I'm somebody who likes videos for help. I don't know. Maybe it's just my generation, but whatever. Technically, I'm a millennial. Not technically, I think I'm like smack dab right in the middle of being a millennial. I keep moving the table, which is moving the computer. Can you tell I haven't done this? Can you tell I'm nervous? A little bit. It's weird. Please bear with me, as I'm sure you guys bear with everybody else who does this. And it's like their first video, or second video, or however many videos, whatever. The world is in a shift. I feel the need to be somebody who wants to try and help this shift. Um, Not in any way, shape, or form on a political front. Not for me. I will do my best to leave all of that off of here. I don't believe in that stuff. I mean, I believe it happens, it exists, it's politics, you know what I mean? I don't follow it, I don't care for it. I don't want to hear your beliefs. You're not going to hear mine. I'm going to do my best to keep it out of it at least. I'm talking about like a public awakening, for lack of a better term. I still feel weird, um, kind of more openly and transparently talking about things. But, excuse me, in a world of social media and technology, how people can get their voice out there and be heard and be seen to the entire world, whoever sees it, whoever comes across it, um, maybe feeling compelled to make mock YouTube videos and podcasts is, you know, my soul's way of telling me that this is something that I should be doing too. Uh, because this was 2 years ago that I did the first one to just kind of get a vibe for how it feels to post a YouTube video. And here I am 2 years later doing the same thing. Again, full transparency as that time. Today is April 2nd, 2025 at 1:19 in the afternoon. In my last video, I had phone calls I had to make. Today, I made my phone calls, and I would call that progress because that means I did the adulting thing that had to get done first. And now I'm using a little bit of leisure time to do this one. um, so I don't know if this is going to keep up, if I'm going to actually be able to help anybody, if anybody's going to want any of my help, whatever I could have to say. It's going to be a little cringe in the beginning. It is, I promise. It's going to be really cringe in the beginning. But hopefully we can all figure our way through this. I would love to be able to build a community and find a way to help with anything that I can. Whatever feels right, whatever calls to me, whatever needs to be said, depending on feedback. There may or may not be more. I don't know. Um, but my computer is, well, it's not as almost dead as I thought it was. It's got 25%, so that's pretty decent. Um, but there's a big shift going on, and I know where I stand in that shift. And I guess I want to help other people that may be in that shift as well. So here's another pilot episode, whatever, teaser, trailer, just the first awkward episode. And we will see where things go from here. Who knows if this will take off? Who knows if a podcast will take off? But I'm ready to be seen. I'm ready to be heard. If anything that I have to say or do is worth it. And I'm going to put it out there to see if it helps anybody else. I can say that I'm very thankful to be on this side of the awakening. I see big ways that I've changed from beforehand, and I actually just found a paper, like a little page that I had wrote in 2013, and it's now 2025, so, 12 years ago. And it was insane how depressed I was. I was a totally different person. So much so that if I didn't include specific instances in this page, that I would not have even thought that I wrote it. It was so foreign and it felt so entirely disconnected. But I know that at that point in my life, that was where everything was. That was where my focus was. That was where my brain was. I was in so much pain. I was so hurting. And I know that there are so many other people out there who still feel like um they still feel like that, and it's not funny. I apologize. I wasn't laughing at that. But it hurts to hurt, and it hurts to grow. It hurts a lot to grow. But at this point in my life, seeing where I am from where I've come from, I wouldn't change any of the things that hurt me to help make me grow. And I want to be able to somehow help other people grow because I know how it feels to come out of it. And it's takes my breath away to see how far I have come from who I was 12 years ago to who I am now. Like, if you told me 12 years ago I would be here, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would have been like the farthest thing. I'd be like, you're going to be lucky if I even make it to 12 years from now, especially with what I had written in there. But it's amazing the things you find when you rediscover a little flash drive that you haven't seen in over a decade. Um, excuse me. But this is exciting. This is exhilarating. It'll probably be even more exciting if I post this. Hey, if I do, hey, what's going on, everybody? Nice to see ya. Nice to meet ya. Um, I don't, I don't know. It feels right. It feels good. And I don't know if it's just the selfie generation of seeing myself on screen and hearing myself talk, blah, 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 you know, like all these millennials are. Um, for whatever reason, I feel like I should be doing this. And the nagging on the inside of having something to say hasn't gone away. And the desire to try to help people like this, to use social media as a platform to get it out there, hasn't gone away. So I had done my first pilot video in 2003, in March 2003. I did my first pilot podcast in December of 2023, which means even from the beginning of the year to the end of that year, I still had the same desire, still had the same want, and now it's April of 2025, excuse me. And after I did the one pilot podcast in December 2023, I've done four more, I think, since this year started, maybe since one in December of 24, and then like three more since then. Two more since then. I don't know. I would have to see. Anyway, the want to have something to say has not gone away, basically, is what I'm getting at. So this is, I guess, just going to be me putting it out there and seeing if anything comes of this. And I hope that as time goes on, I can help deliver hope and guidance and I don't know, messages, clarity, insight, even just a new way of thinking. Because even just having somebody give me a single sentence sometimes helps change my entire perspective on things. And it really hits close to home and it makes everything different. So, this is my attempt at that for anybody out there, somebody, one person. If I could help one person, I would be happy. I would be so grateful because the joy that you get from helping somebody or from seeing somebody's face light up or hearing, oh my God, I totally relate. I totally relate. It's magnitudes I didn't think that I could feel, honestly. So here's a first, hopefully not feeble attempt at getting my voice out there and seeing who else joins this community or follows along on this journey. And I don't really know what else to say. So, for lack of just sitting here looking really silly on camera for no reason, after I already feel super cringe after all of this in the first place, welcome aboard. Come hang out. Um, and we'll see if this turns into anything. Much like I say in my podcast, you know, hopefully it goes somewhere. I'd like to see if we can grow this organically and make it a thing. So you all have a wonderful whatever time of day it is, doing whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you are. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.